and on Facebook. Oh, it looks like this one.
Well, I will be thankful if it is.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I just got the notification for Facebook here, so that's
Facebook
good.
one's always easier. Oh, wait a minute.
And I just got the one for YouTube. We are live.
All right, great.
Wow.
We can get both groups in at once. That's excellent, guys.
It
Well, no one's watching yet, but welcome to the BowHunterPlanet Podcast Live. Tim and I have wanted to kind of do this episode with you guys because, number one, we don't usually do it live, so it's nice to be able to take questions in the live person. And we also thought about it'd be kind of cool to maybe do some of the podcasting live with guests. And so we were trying to get your guys' opinion on that, if it's something you like or you prefer just to listen and not worry about it. But hey, listen, there's some cool stuff coming. And I can tell you right now, I have the new Bowtech stuff here. And I wish I could show you guys what it is. I'm not allowed to, but it's going to be amazing. Hey, what's up, Ken? How are you? And we're super pumped. Hey, what's up, Rocky Outdoors?
Doing good.
So, Tim, I launched a video today for the YouTubers on here, and it's called the Matthews versus Matthews speed test.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. And the video shows, I'm trying to see if I have I have it right here. Hold on. Yeah, so the video shows the detail of the speeds of the bows over the past few years. And so with this chart, people are able to see, hey, which bow was the fastest, and not everybody gives a crap, right? But it was kind of fun. Hey, what's up, Eric? And so anyways, Tim, through all the research I did and that video, the V327 was the fastest bow of the Matthews lineup the past few years. 333 feet per second with a 350 grain arrow, 29-inch draw, 70 pounds.
And those are our actual testing speeds?
These are ours, yep. I took all of our videos and I clipped them all down to just fit this test.
You said 370?
No, 333.
333. I was going to say 370 is that's like crossbow range, man. That's
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So lots going on, guys. I'm really happy to say that we've been launching a decent amount of videos. But Tim and I, what I really want to talk about today is the struggle of hunting and not seeing anything. And I created a TikTok video, Tim. I don't know if you actually saw it or not, but it was basically about the struggle that we've been going through with that.
The struggle is real. The struggle is real. That's for sure. Yeah,
I'm trying to find it. The wording's pretty funny.
Cedar, I thought it was a little weird too. He looks about 15 years younger there.
Oh yeah, I forgot. see if you could hear this.
Most frustrating years of hunting I've ever had, to be honest. Just not a lot of deer this year. It's terrible. I think this is the part of hunting people don't see very often. Is the hard work that goes into it, and then when it doesn't pay off, it's just devastating, and you feel beat after a full year of being out here and not getting any opportunities.
Yeah, so
it's so true though, man. It's it makes you doubt a lot of things when you don't see deer. Like what did we do wrong and what do we need to do different, But
I don't even understand it. Like, I didn't see any deer in the spot I was in. And so what I did is I took these, and this is all true. Like, I'm not making this up. And all this is on our TikTok. I try to share all these things that happen to me on TikTok because I create the videos while I'm doing it. And I put these buck pucks up from Tinks. So Tinks sponsored the show. They gave us a ton of these buck pucks. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw them up and just see what happens. And I swear, I put them up, and that very night, there's deer all over the camera. Also, there's bucks everywhere, all at night, though. But, I mean, there's deer just coming in everywhere. There's a nice 4-point that's, I know it sounds stupid. It's a 4-point, but it's actually a big-looking deer.
It was a really good-looking 4-point, though.
I'm like, that's a shooter.
Yeah, it actually was. I mean, you don't usually typically say that about a 4-point, but this guy was super tall.
And I agree with you. When you look at our Instagram and all the people who share pictures with us on Instagram, it has been a monster year for harvest across the country. Tim and I, our issue has nothing to do with the actual harvest. It has to do everything with where we're hunting and what has happened to the land we hunt. We hunt on an airport, so it's very complicated because there's an airport and there's a lot of rules. And they took a fence and they put it on both sides of this airport runway, but into the wood line. So everything we have now is screwed, like literally messed up beyond belief. Yeah. And the deer can't cut across the fields anymore. They can't come and eat because they just, the food's inside the fence. So it has literally been the biggest nightmare that we could have asked for. This is like 300 prime acres of like some of the best area in Michigan to hunt. And I mean, they're seeing 200-inch deer out in this region right by us, you know, but our land is jacked because of this. So
yeah, so where it was before,
our issue, it's not a general issue.
Yeah, where it was before, where we had habitat for the deer in full, right? You had bedding areas, you had feeding areas, and everything in between. Now it's kind of eliminated most of the feeding area, and they're just not, the movement isn't there. And I'll tell you the biggest problem that we had isn't necessarily the fact that we didn't see deer, because that was an issue. We didn't see as many as we usually do. They never, ever came out during the day. Never. Like the only time that I saw deer was literally the last 10 minutes of light or the first 10 minutes. One time I saw one and it was, you know, tiny and small and I wasn't going to shoot it. But that was the biggest thing, is how do you get these deer to move during the day? That was our biggest problem.
Yeah, I think we're still seeing that a lot. And Ken said that where he hunts in New Hampshire, they gauge deer by weight. And to be honest with you, it doesn't matter to me, weight or horn or anything. Don't really care necessarily. I mean, like a good example is earlier this year, I was hunting close to Tim and this deer came out. It wasn't huge doe, but it came out and I looked behind me and I was like, is Tim going to shoot it? And he shot it, which was the smart thing to do because now you got meat. And that was a lot more meat than I thought on that deer, to be honest. But that was the only deer I think we saw during the day, really, that we even had an opportunity on. We saw a couple more does out there, but like they never.
Well, I had an opportunity late bow that last one we went on early morning. Same thing. It was like the exact same scenario, but it was the same size deer. And I'm like, you know what? I already got meat in the freezer. I want to sit for something a little bit better. But that was the only opportunity that I had. Yeah, was to take a smaller doe, which I don't like doing, but I will absolutely do to fill the freezer. So.
Cool Beats, that sucks, man. That there's nothing worse than losing deer herd to a disease. That's like the worst thing, man. That's just not even. That sucks.
I don't think that was our problem, though. I think it was all the changes to the property that you were saying, and just not seeing them during the day. But
I don't know, Eric. I don't know what's going on. I honestly, even when I look at the cameras today, it doesn't. There's nothing on here that's okay. I should say this. There's some deer. And their day pictures, there's a few, but they're so random times. Like 10:45, there's a doe comes through. There's never been what you would call a shooter buck. There's nothing like that. There's no like in that area, like there's no 110, 120, 130, 140s on these cameras.
There was for like a week, and then it all just shut off after a week, which just doesn't make sense for a rut.
Yeah, that's true. Right in the beginning,
the activity for a lot longer than that when rut's going on. So it's been a very,
very gosh, 500 dead deer in my area. What? Dude, that's a lot of deer.
What area is that? Where what state at least?
Dude, that sucks bad. Hey, I got a cat. There's a cat that walks through, and there's some random guy in Kevin's spot.
There's a white one out there too that almost jumped in my window.
We can't get rid of the skunk. He's still out there. So here's a daytime. Here's a good one. So this deer comes in 7:39 a.m. a doe, which is fine. That's definitely, if you want to get a deer, it's there. It doesn't look like a big doe. It looks like a small, but that's okay.
Is that on the 15?
No, this is at Kevin's.
Okay.
We do have one, though, at the top of the bowl. 7:28 a.m. is a doe by Jamie's spot.
Yeah.
But, man, I tell you guys what, where I put those Tinks pucks, these deer are going nuts still on it. These small bucks, they're going ballistic on it. Like they're putting new scrapes. Here's a decent buck right here. I don't know if I call him a decent buck. He's all over the scrape right underneath that buck puck. That's nuts.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen the buck pucks, they're actually pretty cool. They literally look like a lollipop with a little safety stick on it where it goes in a loop. But you basically, it's clear little gel thing. hang them on a tree somewhere. I put mine when I did it. It was really cool. I put it along this tree line, and I put them about, I don't know, I'd say about 20 yards apart. I put 3 of them out, so covered about a 60-yard, area of trees. And in the morning when I'm walking in, I'm walking by, and you could literally smell it. I mean, those things are strong, and they smelled good. I mean, they smelled horrible, but they smelled like what they should have. I didn't see much activity when I put them up, but again, it's been a weird year to actually see deer activity. So,
New York, Pennsylvania border.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Hate to see that.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh my gosh.
That's going to affect things for years to come too. So,
Ken, are you talking about the weights? Is that what you're talking about? I think it's used more for management by state. Oh, you know what? I forgot about this, Tim. You can actually show these questions now. Cool. I think you're talking about the deer weight, but I'm not positive on that. Let me know.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh, what's this all about, Tim?
I don't know. But I'll tell you, the way those buck pucks hang on trees, those little hangers inside cars, those little loop things up by the door, they hang very well on those too.
So guys, this has been a strange year. There's Tim and I. So Shadow Hunter sponsors the podcast, and they're one of the things they do is give us 4 of these blinds. So we're all excited about it because we've never really hunted in these nice blinds. Well, they drop them off at Jamie's dad's house, and he lives out in the country, out around where we hunt on the west side of Michigan. And we finally get to move them, and they're pretty heavy. I mean, they're like legit heavy, So we move them, we get one in position, and Tim and I kind of traded on and off of hunting out of it a week ago when we were there for a solid week. And to be honest with you, the hunting was terrible, but hanging on the Shadow Hunter was like amazing. You could be watching. You could put a TV in there for God's sakes. It's that nice.
Yeah, I literally one morning because work was kind of blowing up. I had my laptop out there and was doing some stuff on my laptop during some downtime. So it was those things are nice, man. They're definitely nice.
Yeah, cool beats. So it's really bad. I ended up traveling to a different part of the state and got 10 with the bow and 8 opening day of gun. Nice. That's the thing about it, though. It's like you just don't expect things like that, like a disease to wipe out most of your herd. I mean, that's like, I don't even think like that's an issue for us, Tim. Like, I don't think like we had an issue like that. I think our issue is the food source got cut off and the deer started going off to different directions and taking the bucks and everything with them. And
let's be honest. I mean, the fence was up. They put the fence up kind of throughout the whole summer into the fall a little bit. And that could have pushed them out for such a long time. It's just going to take them a while to want to come back to the area too. So, I mean, we'll see how it shapes up, but
I'm not shot yet, Ronnie. Actually, I just had a huge conversation with Elite this morning about this, and I wanted to be. We always, our whole thing is we want to be part of the launch, and so a lot of bow companies make us part of the launch, which is amazing. And Bear Archery, Bowtech, you name it. Like, there's a whole bunch of them that actually get ahead of this, and Elite usually does this. For some reason, there was an error made this year, and we did not get the bow yet. I don't even have it yet, so I did not shoot it yet, but we are going to. We're also doing the Prime bow that's shipping. I'm really excited to get Prime back on the test lab. It's been a while. So I will have more information on that bow and the Prime bow soon to talk about them with you guys. And I hope it looks amazing. The Elite lineup looks really good. So I'm really excited. And they're offering bows too now in a middle price point range, which is really exciting in my opinion, because it opens up the door to people who couldn't afford the premium bow. So they have a bow around the $1,300 mark, wherever it is right in there. And then they also are offering a whole bunch, even new ones at a lower price. So we'll see how they shoot. But I wouldn't expect anything less than very good shooting bows out of Elite.
Yeah.
And let's see who else is coming out. So we know Bowtech's coming up. I'll be a part of that. You guys will see a ton of stuff coming from our company, or BHP, about Bowtech. We'll be pre-doing some videos for them as well. And when the day launches, ours will launch right when they launch. So it'll be very exciting that we'll be able to be right at the front end. It's always good to be at the front end because you get all the random people who want to see it, and it helps BHP grow as well. So we're always pushing to be a part of the initial launches if we can. Matthews, we did pretty good. We were a day behind, but we did good, and I learned a lot. about the bow this year, and it was actually, I try to take my time filming it, and I think that always helps too. You get a little bit more out of it, so pretty cool. A lot of exciting things coming from Bowtech, though. I can assure you guys, that's kind of cool.
That is exciting. It is. It's an interesting time of year, right? Because they're kind of this year. They're kind of staging the releases, I think, and because I last year I just felt like a lot of companies launched around the same time, like exactly like same week, same day. I feel like it's a little bit more staged this year.
Ronnie, I will not forget Hoyt. I actually put a call on to Hoyt the other day, so I was pushing. They're hard to get a hold of right now, and the issue isn't really that they want to delay anything. The issue is that inventory's out of control. So like they can't even get a lot. Like for instance, here's a good example. So like Lancaster, great guys. PJ's was just on the podcast. I think that's airing. It aired tonight or airs next week. But so they sell the bows. They're a seller. They're a dealer. So they get all those bows up front, and then they do a video. Then they're selling those bows. We don't get that. Ours are marketing bows. They come out of a marketing budget. It's a whole different thing. And so ours aren't always priority, put it that way, as the ones that are being sold. So it's a little different there. It's a little harder for us to get the bows faster. But some companies are ahead of that, and they have a marketing situated, right, where their promo packs go out a month ahead of time. You sign an NDA and all these things. But some of them don't have that, unfortunately. And eventually we'll get there with all of them. I try every year to rework those wording when I talk to people. Like, how do we get it here? How do we get in the front end? Because we always want to be at the front end. That's the best part. APA is releasing right now. I didn't know that, actually. I need to talk to APA. It's been a while. Our brothers up in Canada there, I got to see what they're launching. Let's see. Oh, the new bow, Ronnie? Yeah, it could be. Could very well be. So I'm always excited about the compounds. Tim's more excited about the crossbows. That's why he's dead quiet over there. But the 10 points launching some stuff coming up too. So we'll have more on that as we go. And I'm hoping we learn some stuff on that soon. In fact, I should probably send that email right after this as well. I don't want to get left behind or forgotten.
They did promise some good stuff this year, which I think if I have any indication of what they're going to be doing, it's going to be pretty stellar. So
the interesting one to me is Raven. Like, what is Raven doing? Like, did they do anything? Like, I'm so confused. So they launched the 500, but they didn't. Nothing ever really. I never even seen one. And someone told me they got one at a store and they sell right away, but they only get like a couple at a time. And so I would assume they're not going to launch a bow this year. But I mean, who knows? I don't. If they can even.
Yeah, I feel like they're maybe just trying to play catch up on that manufacturing for the 500 because they did a big push on that 500 this year, which I mean, quite frankly, it's a big deal. The 500. I mean, that's first. Is it the first bow? Hey, I guess you can call it one of the first bows to ever hit 500. I think there was one other company that was doing something in that range, but we haven't speed tested though, so they can say.
I'm not going to believe 500. Yeah, I'm not going to believe it until I shoot through our chrono and it's like 500.
Yep,
that would be.
I mean, how many times have we gotten them where they say 370 and they're shooting 340 or 340? Yeah,
that's my point. I want to see if there's an error number they're using, or if I shoot that bow through a chrono and it comes out like 501 or 498 or 495 or even 490, I'd be very happy.
I'll be impressed. Yeah.
If it's over 500, I'd be even more happy, but I also be a little nervous. I just don't know how much power can these things handle. So I don't know. Like I'm assuming it's good, but that's a lot of power.
Should wear safety glasses always, but definitely something that's definitely something. The other thing is, I don't know how much. I don't even know if you can go higher. Just
can you even stop it?
Automatically?
Is there a
target? Yeah, is there a target that can stop it? I don't know. I mean, you almost want to shoot like 125 grain broadhead with something like that, just to give it a little bit more punch and maybe even slow it down a little bit. So,
Tim, did you ever see the article on mlive.com? And I know this is very specific to Michigan, but it said there are 250,000 fewer Michigan deer hunters today than in the past.
Yeah, I think it was like 10 years ago or something.
25 years ago or something.
Yeah, I did see that article.
Quite interesting. I'm going to put that in the chat because that is an interesting. You can't. I guess you.
But I do feel that that's kind of what we've been hinting at over the last kind of 10 years, bringing new people in, getting new people on. But I feel like talking to the manufacturers, talking to people in the industry, talking to all the new hunters that are actually that we get to talk to all the time, I feel like the last couple of years that trend maybe has turned a little bit, and we're actually gaining instead of losing.
I mean, I know we're gaining, but I don't know if that means we're still back to where the numbers used to be. I'm assuming we're not, and that's what this article's about. That makes sense to me. 250,000 fewer, because obviously COVID brought out more people to hunt, right? So we know it went up, but maybe it went up 20,000, right, or 40,000 instead of you're still down. Oh, George, I bet you it's a lot of things, to be honest. I mean, there's the baiting bans. I mean, there's so many things in this state that have driven hunters to, leave and go to Ohio. The rules of, you can shoot $2 in Michigan, which has made a terrible hunting state. People shoot two spikes, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't work right. And that's always been an issue as well.
I think one of the major ones, though, is if you look at what's different 25 years ago to today, it's the property. I think 25 years ago, it was easier to find places to hunt, especially bow hunting. Back 25 years ago, now, I mean, it's basically like if you want to hunt state land in Michigan, you're hunting elbow to elbow if it comes to gun. Bow, you got a little bit more freedom, a little bit more leeway with, but I don't feel that there's as much prime hunting property as what there would have been 25 years ago either.
No, it's all little parcels here. Every state's different. It's hard to speak for when people are used to like hunting, hunting in like 200,000 or 2,000 acre parcels. And like, here's a good example. I was talking to somebody in the industry and I was like I'm like, well, where are you hunting? They're like, Kansas. I'm like, Kansas? I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah. And like, I go, well, what, you like, oh, I own 2,200 acres, I'm like, what? 20, like, you can come down when you want. I'm like, well, thank you, God. But otherwise, that's crazy.
Can I buy like just 60?
Yeah. Can you imagine? He told me you would see, he's like, well, if you don't, one night I'll take you out there, just driving around at night and we'll spot. And he said, I'll show you. I think he said 15 or 18 Pope and Young bucks in one field.
Jeez.
I was like, what?
Jeez.
That's the kind of stuff that, it's just like, I'm happy for him. And I know he's a great guy. I'm just saying, like, God, like, how did people, and then you wonder why the Drury's and the Crush, Lee and Tiffany, they do so well because they have the land. I mean, they got land. Don't get me wrong. They probably earned it. I'm not taking anything away from anybody. I'm just saying, though, if you have that kind of land, you could do some amazing. I mean, can you imagine the content you can create?
If we had that kind of land and saw what we saw this year, then we know it's us.
Oh,
we're trying to find every excuse in the book not to blame us for not seeing.
What's up, Nate?
Here, but
Nate, man, one of our Team BHP guys. It's been a Team BHP ride, baby. I would say, Nate, you're probably one of the longest Team BHP members that stuck around. We know Chuck was a long time member, but he's gone. He took off. He decided he wasn't going to do it no more. Not BHP in general, but hunting. He said he was taking off. He's online stuff, just trying to. And I haven't seen. There's a couple guys I haven't seen in a long time from Team BHP, but oh man, there's Ben. I haven't seen Ben in a while. Josh. I don't know where Josh went. He's been disappeared on us. Isaac, what's up, brother?
Isaac showing up, making his presence known as always.
All right, let's see. JJ McKay. Here we go. Tons of commercial forest land to hunt in the UP. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. What are you seeing up there, though, would be my question. Because, Kevin goes every year and he barely sees any deer. That's the only problem. I don't know if there's a good area, maybe that we just don't know about. You'd have to, Hunter. I hope you're carrying a Glock up there, though, or something to protect yourself out there in the wild. Isaac said, what's up? Nate loves the conversation. Appreciate that. All right, what's this? I have entered the chat. Isaac, dude, that buck you killed was unbelievable. In fact, can you have a second? Can you come on the show real quick? I would love to hear the story as a guest. Do you have time? Because I could send you a link. Let me know if you can do it, because I think people would love to hear this.
The buck of a lifetime, and I don't care who you are. I mean, when you see the picture of what Isaac shot, it's not even a typical deer. It's a crazy looking, a massive, huge, awesome looking deer.
Can you pull that picture, Tim, somehow, and then share it?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it here.
Pull it up and then share your screen, because this buck is absolutely.
Let's take a look. Give me a sec.
What does this mean, Isaac? I don't know what this comment means. You saying you can do it or you can't? or you can't laugh out loud. So this is a true statement, because we're not seeing nothing because our land is terrible, but majority of people are killing amazing deer, Amazing deer. Oh, he's out. Isaac's out. Isaac, you know what? This is ridiculous. All right, let's see.
Isaac's out. All right. Can you see that?
Let's see. Here we go. Look at that monster.
Look at this thing. Just absolutely
it's like a unicorn. Can you show the front view so people can see the extra horn?
Let me see if I can get. Here's a video of it.
Great point, Eric. Look at that thing. Dude,
I don't know how
Isaac, what is it?
Unicorn. I mean, that thing is absolutely amazing.
Is that like an elk? Dude, how many inches? Isaac, do you have a what's the score? Do you have a score on it yet? Yes, Isaac, we'll do another one for sure. We definitely want to hear the story on the show. People will love to hear that.
Pretty darn cool, though, man. I'll leave that up for a second. But, that's what gets...
He's 180. He's 185. Wow. Look at that claw, dude. Isaac, can you give me a copy of this mount? I want this video. See if you can, copy it. Get a replica made for me, and I'll pay for it. I want to put that in the studio. Look at that monster, dude. Look at that claw. It's got two claws.
I mean, the way that it just kind of webs out, you know what I mean?
It looks like it's from
yeah.
It looks like it's from SpongeBob. Like it's the crab guy, Mr. Crab.
Yeah. It's got the little crab hands and everything, but so cool, man.
Yeah, dude, that's unbelievable. Is this gun? I'm assuming you used a gun for this. Muley hybrid. I know. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, dude, this thing looks out of control, dude.
If it wasn't for the area that is hunting, knowing that there isn't anything to hybrid with, I mean, I would think that elk are starting to mate with whitetail.
I think, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, Isaac, but I think this is some part of Indiana. I don't know if it's western, southwest Indiana.
DM me for official coordinates.
Oh, that rifle I shot? Oh, that's a nice rifle, dude. Yeah, that's a good question. You got who's come to you on this one, Isaac? I feel like people might have come to you and said, "Hey, you got to do an article on this."
Yeah, that second main beam, man. That's what gets me. It's absolutely. I've never seen a deer like that. It's crazy.
Wow, Southern Indiana, what a beast, dude. Tim, pull up our Instagram page. I want to show. I want to. There's so many deer being taken. It's literally unbelievable. I want to show people. Rumor has it. Oh, that's funny. Oh man,
absolutely crazy though, man. Tell you, if I shot that, I would sit for 3 months without.
Tim, you wouldn't even hit that deer. You'd have a heart attack. That buck walked. Can you imagine? Just think of it. Think of it. You're in the Shadow Hunter, and you're like chilling, watching the show. You look up, and that's what you see. Can you imagine? I can't even imagine.
I would probably not even see it there. To be honest, don't know why, but Instagram doesn't want to load for me at all. I'm still
Wow.
trying here. Yeah, I'm one of those, like, usually, like, I'll look up and there's a deer in front of me. I never really ever see him approach. But I hunting in a ground blind, you got a lot of blind spots. So it's not that I'm not paying attention, but typically, like that one I shot earlier this year, you're like, what's he doing? Like, is he going to shoot? Because you saw it probably like 5 minutes before I did.
Yeah, I know I did, but I didn't think much of it, to be honest, because I figured I would have probably shot it, to be honest.
Yeah, I was at that point being skunked for 2 years.
Are you seeing this, Tim, or no? Am I sharing right now?
No, I don't.
No, I'm not. All right, hold on.
I'm still trying on my side.
I wonder if I can. Let me just make this a little bigger. What's up? You say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say I couldn't hear anything that you were saying.
Oh,
you shared your screen and your screen only, and you removed yourself. That's all.
But I get it now.
We're back.
I think I gotta. How do I do that? Stop video. You still hear me now?
I can hear you, but I don't know if everybody else can. So I think I'm the only one going. So
yeah, let me do this. Is it moving?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I was just saying these are some monsters, dude. Like, look at these things.
Absolutely crazy, man.
That's beautiful deer. The nice part about these pictures, so we don't. Chris McGee runs this for us, but he shows you where the buck was taken, so you know, like Illinois. He asked people to give information on it, which makes it really cool. Ohio, Wisconsin. That's a gorgeous buck right there.
I mean, just look at how thick that is. Wow. So cool, man.
Oh, my gosh. Indiana, there you go. That's right up your alley, Isaac. That's crazy.
I think that's one of the widest sets I've ever seen. That's cool, man. But, I am still thankful. I am still very thankful. Thankful for, obviously the BHP and the Team BHP grew. Really good group of guys and girls on that, and keeps growing, which I'm excited to see the numbers still going up on the Team BHP group and all the good photos and conversations going on there. So there's been a lot of good stuff going on this year for us. And it's been, we thought it would be challenging after COVID started last year, and it'd be really challenging to keep doing what we're doing. But I got to say, I think that it's been going actually probably a little bit more smoothly than trying to get together once a week. Over at the old studio, yeah.
I think what I like most about this setup and the Zoom type setup for the podcast is you could see our faces. Yeah. Whereas, like, if you try to film this, like, if you guys could just imagine, like, if you're trying to film a podcast that's like a Joe Rogan
around the table, yeah,
you have to have a camera that's facing him, and then another camera that's facing the other guy. And if you have another two guys, you have to have a camera that's facing their face. I mean, it's really complicated. Then you have all these SD cards and all this editing. It's terrible. It's a lot of work. I mean, if it was something where we had like 1,000 viewers every time, then yeah, I get it. Maybe we need to step it up, right? But if it's like just all you guys is having some fun, who cares? There's no point in getting crazy. Or I mean, it's not like it's the quality of the video you care about so much. It's not like it's going to be a movie or something,
Yeah.
But or Joe Rogan show, right? It's not going to be anything like that. So.
Good job. Good cameras, but that's, we keep upgrading ourselves. I got the 4K going on my side, and I don't think it looks like the B Live doesn't like 720 HD, but it still looks better than the normal cameras that we would be using and uploading. So really good stuff.
I just moved all wireless because everything was in the way. I just couldn't do it anymore. I'm like, this is crazy. My keyboard used to have like 2 major beams coming out of it. It was terrible. But I liked him actually. I like the non-headphones thing. I started doing what you're doing and just listen through the speakers. It's actually a lot easier. It feels nice. You don't get all.
Yeah, I feel it is too. You can have more of a conversation. You don't feel so constrained, but. I'm looking forward to the remainder of this year. We're talking like it's over, but it's not, man. We got some big stuff coming up. We're going to work on that Christmas show that everybody has come to know and love coming up in December. We still have dates to book and a lot of stuff actually to work out on that part of it.
Yeah.
But I've always loved the Christmas shows that we put on. They're just so much fun. So.
Yeah, I think, the goal's simple. I love doing like the giveaways for it and all that, but we'll see you, Eric. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, Eric, man. Good seeing you, man. I'll give you a call.
Thank you. So I love the Christmas show. I think it's one of the funnest things we do. But the hardest part about that show, and I don't think people realize, is the planning that goes into it, because especially during COVID and now this year, mainly because it's hard to get things. It's hard to get commitments from companies to say, hey, we'll give you a Burris scope or we'll give you a Matthews bow to give away. Or it's just really hard to pin down this year. It's going to be even harder this year. But also, I love when they send the pre-videos, like, Merry Christmas from this company, whatever, because it's really special. And I think it really says a lot about the companies. You get to see the people and hear them. And they're just like, they're just like anybody, they're just people, and they're doing the job that, making and selling things that we love. So it's really important that we do that. But yeah, I would love to get this show going with some guests on it, Tim, because now we can have a guest on here, and I love the Q&A idea. So I'm going to talk to Expedition, see if they'll come on. I know they're going to be launching bows at some point. I don't know the date, but want them. I love when Chris is on. He's so funny and interactive. It's very fun to have him and his team on. I know HHA is going to be launching some new stuff. Maybe we can get Chris on live to talk to you guys. If you guys have questions or anything like that, it'd be great to share it with them. We're also back on this platform that you're seeing here, and I just re-signed us up for a year, so we should be good now. There was an issue earlier. We had to cancel and stop going live because what happened was this program, another program, had an issue where you couldn't go live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And so we're like, well, I don't want to do one. We want to do both. We want to maximize. If you like Facebook or you like YouTube, you don't have to, so they fixed it. And now, so we rebought it. So now we're good. So we'll be back here and there, try to get this going again, have some fun, Anyway.
Having some good conversations, man. It's always fun. I miss the live shows. The live shows have always been something that I looked forward to. And, we took a little break, which is good, but we are back and we're going. So spread the word. We'll try and, what I think helps everybody out is trying to set that schedule so that you guys know when we're coming live, so that, you can share it, you can be there with us. So we'll try to have some consistency around when and how we're doing it. So.
Yeah, I really like the live sessions mainly because it's a good Q&A area. Like a lot of, I'll launch a video, but there's no Q&A with the video on YouTube. People see the video and then they might reply a question or put a question in the comments, but that's very hard to answer every question. It'd be much easier for people to know we're going live on Thursdays or whatever, right? And then they could just come on real quick to say, hey, how'd you like that grip, Dave? Or something like that. Oh, and speaking of that, Tim, don't forget, you guys start working on the 22 Golden Arrow Awards.
That is coming up, isn't it? I can't believe this year has flown by so fast.
Those bows are starting to pop out, so people are going to want to start voting soon once they see the rest of what's coming,
Absolutely. We'll have to wait for them all to launch, and then we'll have to get organized and get that together. We'll have to let that run for a little bit.
Dang, Nate's got a good idea there. This is on you, Tim, not me. I'm not the biggest
smoking tips, yeah. Well, grill smoking tips, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. We'll call it the Camp Chef Minute or something. That's a good idea, Tim. We'll put a Camp Chef logo up there, and then we should get some recipes to share or something. That's actually a really good idea, Nate.
I've been working on some different stuff lately. I've been really posting it on Facebook, Nate, but I'll bring that. We'll start to bring that stuff out. So I've been kind of.
Let me ask you guys something real
my
quick.
Horizons a little bit.
For those who are listening, real quick, just a quick question: Would you rather, if you like, for instance, for the Christmas giveaways, like if I got Camp Chef to give like a grill away, would that be cool? Would that be something you guys would want to enter to win, like a smoker or a grill? I mean, that's kind of cool, I think. Hunting stuff's cool, but that's almost like opening up doors for people who don't even hunt, Just,
you know what? I'm not going to host, Dave. Now I'm just going to be in it as a guest because I want to win.
Dang, what's this, Montana? Oh, that's amazing, dude. That is so cool.
That would be awesome, man.
Gosh, I haven't elk hunted yet in my life. I just someday. I'm kind of waiting until I retire, to be honest, when I got more time.
Antonio, this time of year, are you dealing with snow out in Montana? I have to imagine you are.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he's from Montana though, because heading to Montana.
Yeah. I guess when you go out there, you expecting snow, because that's got to be some rough go if you're trekking through some inches there.
Oh,
I love it. They don't disappoint, man. They are good cooking units. I've been using that Camp Chef Pursuit 20 all summer with my camper, the one that we can fold up and put in the back of the pickup truck. We took that on our 2-week trip. I think I even brought it up to hunt camp once or twice this year. But that thing's a little brute, man. It's done its job well. It's got different smoke settings on there, which I like. You can set the smoke level from 1 to 10. So if you want to really get something good in smoking, you can do it, and then you can knock down the smoke halfway through, or an hour and a half through, no matter what you're doing. So, yeah, snow on the high ground.
I don't know much about the smoking stuff. I wouldn't say I'm like top dog with cooking by any means. I do like the smoke, especially like chicken wings and things like that. That's pretty easy to do with that thing. I once they sent me that smoker, I couldn't believe how awesome it was to do that stuff. It was a lot easier than I thought too.
Yeah, I think our first conversation is going to have to be about Mexican breakfast tacos, right?
Dude, seriously, guys, this dude makes the best. You're gonna have to share the recipe, and then maybe I wonder if you can almost do a video on it, like how to do it or something.
That's the thing, is it's super simple, but it's so good when you put all the ingredients together. So,
WC, good luck on that hog hunt. Sorry, I knew I left that up there to say good luck. So hopefully that goes well for you.
Yeah, good luck, man.
What's this one? OTC Colorado. It's worth it. I don't know what that is. What's OTC? Why is it scrolling like that?
Over the counter Colorado.
Oh, got it.
Which I think, Nate, you've been out there a couple times, if I'm not mistaken, doing it OTC. Elk roast for dinner, Isaac. I like it. I have a buddy around up in Montana. They've been getting a little snow here and there. Yeah. Yeah, I have to imagine that. That's, you know what? I will tell you, the most amazing times that I've had hunting, Michigan, anywhere, has been when there's snow on the ground. I just absolutely love that quietness and the calmness when it's snowing and you're waiting for a deer to come in. It's one of the most amazing things.
Isaac says just had elk for dinner.
You talking about that deer you shot? That was half elk at least.
Oh, man.
Smokers are better than grills, man. I actually don't even own a grill anymore. I own 2 smokers and I own a flat top. So I own like a griddle. And that is all that I need. I can pretty much cook anything that I wanted on those 2 different types of cooking elements outside.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, all right, guys. Well, I think that's it. I think we've been on a while. I hope you guys had some fun. We did. And thanks for joining us on YouTube and Facebook for the podcast live. It's been a great night. More to come. There's a lot more bows coming. I have not yet, Nate. I'm glad you brought that up, though. Sorry, real quick, because I'm thinking about applying for that Kansas one I was talking about earlier. So we'll see how that goes. And I also... one of the perks of this job is that sometimes you get invited to media hunts for this job, not this job, but this job. So
well,
anyway,
that's because they always want you to shoot a compound.
That's true. So I might be going to Texas again next year. So we'll see. There's some rumors about being invited, but that's because a lot of companies have a lot more money this year. So I think that's probably why.
Yeah.
See you later, Isaac. And thanks. I hope you guys, good luck for all those who are going hunting that we're talking about it. Appreciate that. In the meantime, there will be a whole bunch of new videos coming out on YouTube as we go. Like I said, there'll be a lot of Bowtech stuff coming up in other brands. So
yeah, very thankful
for
all of you guys with Thanksgiving tomorrow. Yes. It's nice to get together with everybody. And, we really, truly do thank you guys for being a part of BHP, man. It's such a great ride for us.
Happy Thanksgiving. Forgot about that part for some reason.
No worries.
What the heck? That's why we wanted to come out. It was the Thanksgiving show. That was really dumb. Anyway, So happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you guys later.